explosion! FlyFox!
Here's the deal. No smoking allowed in Gears 5. Gears 5. Not Gears of War 5. Gears 5. Why? Why is it called Gears 5 instead of Gears of War 5? They've got some silly explanation, but really it's because of the war part. And yet here's another wonderful, wonderful PC freaking thing. You see, there's not going to be any smoking in Gears 5. There's not going to be any smoking. And going forward, this is what we're going to see in games. They're going to stop, quote unquote, glorifying smoking. You see these Truth Initiative ads that are meant to appeal to the youth with their cool visuals and their puppets that are vaping and barfing on people. But here's the deal. It's unrealistic. You see, these people get mad when minority cultures are misrepresented or not represented correctly, or some politically correct group that it's politically correct to get behind are misrepresented. And I can understand that a little bit. I mean, I'm not totally opposed to quality representation of people not getting things totally wrong when it matters. This one is interesting because a large segment of people in the military, in military settings, smoke. That's just the way it is. That's just the bottom line. It's a social thing. People will go out onto a smoke pit or a smoke deck and they'll smoke and talk and unwind. And this is the way it's been. As long as there's been cigarettes, as long as there's been tobacco, people in the military have used it. And to take that out of it is silly. You see, they're doing it in the name of of getting kids not to use cigarettes or smoke and not to do these things, not to enjoy themselves, if that's the way they want to enjoy themselves. But really, studies have shown that these ads don't really accomplish that goal of keeping kids from doing those things. It's really just about control. And so, as I see these things, these messages, essentially, putting that forward as, this is what we're going to do to stop people from smoking. It has nothing to do with actually telling a good story or building believable characters. Instead, it has merely to do with being politically correct, which doesn't actually sell any more video games. So, that's it. That's it. That's all we have to say about this. And then we have the World Health Organization adding gaming, compulsive gaming, to their list of disorders. That's mental health disorder now, to play video games compulsively. It's not a personal choice. It's not something you're doing that's stupid, sinful. No. Your addiction, quote unquote, to video games is a mental health disorder. It doesn't have anything to do with your choices. You see, what these things are a downplaying of personal responsibility, saying that the culture as at large has this responsibility to prevent people from doing things or to help people, but takes away personal responsibility. It takes away the responsibility from the individual to make their own decisions, make the right decisions. It makes excuses for people. See, gaming is not a mental health disorder. Compulsive gaming, it's not a mental health disorder. It's a problem, sure. If someone is so enamored with video games, if they're so compulsively dedicated to video games that they're just playing them at the detriment of everything else, they need to stop. They need help. but it's a personal choice they have to make. They're not sick. They're an idiot. All these things we're seeing are a downplaying of personal responsibility. And that's serious. It really is. So what can we do? What should we do? Well, vote with your dollar. If you don't like something, you don't like a trend of something, video games not allowing smoking, don't buy them. I mean, it's kind of silly to make your decision based on that, but make your voice heard with your dollar, most importantly. If something really bothers you, not necessarily this smoking thing, but something else in a video game that they're taking out or not including because of some politically correct choice, if you don't like it, don't buy the video game. Show them that that's not what you want. That's the only way to influence these companies, because they actually don't care about morality. They might pay lip service to it, but when it comes down to the bottom line, they're going to do whatever benefits them most, because that's what they're motivated by, is money. And so we have to vote with our dollar. Use that as the determining factor as to how and what they do.